Good Monday evening, Southeast Texas. Looking at the next couple of days, we'll see below normal temperatures, lows in the 40s and highs in the 50s. That's around as much as 10 degrees below normal, especially in the afternoons. Ahead of the Arctic front, we could get into the mid 60s. That's a little bit above normal. Then the Arctic cold front comes on in, and we could be 30 degrees below normal Friday. Saturday, about 25 degrees below normal, with lows in the teens and 20s, and maybe as much as 20 to 23 degrees below normal on Sunday. Looks like temperatures could be near 70 in the 8 to 10 day outlook. So here's what we're thinking right now for the triangle. We think that the front will be moving through during the mid-afternoon hours Thursday. We'll probably go down to freezing late Thursday night and be below freezing for about 20 hours. If we don't get above freezing on Friday, then we'll double this and go 40 hours below freezing. So it's going to be close, but wind chills in the single digits. This is pretty intense for our area. Near 20 coming up Saturday morning. This is in Beaumont, and in the middle teens for wind chills on Saturday, up to 39. So again, if we don't make 32 or 33 coming up on Friday, that means we'll be below freezing from late Thursday night right until about noon Saturday or thereabouts. After that, another hard freeze as we head on into Christmas morning. Lows around 22 in Beaumont, high 44, wind chills in the upper teens, and we have one more hard freeze after that. So 4 nights of a hard freeze across southeast Texas. For the lakes area, 13 degrees is what we're looking at, 13 to 14 degrees coming up on Friday morning. So that means you're going to be freezing Thursday night, late, right on through Friday, and you probably won't get to freezing, above freezing, until maybe Saturday afternoon. So as you can see, 40 hours there. Wind chills single digits coming up Friday morning. Wind chills in the low teens coming up Saturday morning with a low of about 17 and a high of 36. Again, this is a different animal compared to what we saw in February 2021. Remember all the ice? Extremely dry air mass. This is a pure Arctic air mass coming on in. So if there's any moisture on the ground, the air is so dry coming in that it's going to lick it up. Okay, so there's not going to be any problems traveling across Christmas. Just be prepared for those wind chills. It's going to be cold. And then for Sunday morning, Christmas morning, up in the lakes area, about 20 with wind chills in the mid-teens and lower 40s with lots of sun coming up Sunday afternoon. You have one more night after that with a hard freeze. So again, 4 nights all across southeast Texas that we're going to see a hard freeze across the area. The rains today are being caused by this disturbance over the state now, but as we fast forward into Thursday, here comes big ridge of high pressure over the Pacific Northwest, and then the cold air, Arctic air, moves right on in to the southern plains, into the plains, and on into our area. And that means cold weather for Friday. So this evening, the rains will be moving out, and we may have some sprinkles and some drizzle after midnight. This is light stuff. Nothing compared to what we saw today. Lows will be in the low to mid 40s. Tomorrow, we expect gray skies. It's going to be another chilly day, but at least it won't be wet, as highs reach about 50 to the low 50s here in the triangle. Again, cold Arctic air. Look at that, coming out of Canada, driving south through the plains, and looking at single digits into Dallas, single digits below up towards Amarillo by morning, and again the teens coming up Friday morning here in the triangle. On the Gulf of Mexico, choppy seas around 2 to 4 feet in the Gulf tomorrow. Small craft advisory in effect for north winds at 20 to 25 knots, water temperature at 58. So this rain this evening is a 40 to 70% coverage. After midnight, that'll go significantly down as this moves on out. It'll be chilly and wet this evening. Gusts at 25 this evening. Could see lower 40s in the lakes, mid 40s in the triangle. Tomorrow, a gray day, a breezy, chilly day, about 50 up in the lakes area till the low 50s here in the triangle. And again, more of the same coming up on Wednesday, mostly cloudy to partly sunny skies. So again, Thursday, the winds will shift to the northwest. And again, as that front passes your area, you may be at about 67, and then 15 minutes later, you may be down to 47. It's going to be that kind of a sharp gradient or cutoff. So initially, when that front goes by, it's going to be so strong that we'll drop a good 20, 25 degrees almost instantly. So be prepared for that whenever it does move through. I think our early mid-afternoons in the lakes area on Thursday, and in the mid to late afternoon hours on Thursday in the triangle. So again, we'll be by about freezing coming up late Thursday night, and most of us may be below freezing through the day on Friday. As we see those wind chills, I'll show it to you again, quickly dropping in the teens across the area. And once again, those wind chills will be in the single digits. So you need to take care of your pets, your plants, pipes, make sure your vehicles have antifreeze. And again, the most vulnerable to cold are children and the elderly. Those are the folks that have the hardest time keeping warm. So check in on making sure they're okay. So Thursday night into Friday, a hard freeze. Friday night into Saturday, Christmas Eve, a hard freeze. Saturday night into Sunday, Christmas, a hard freeze. Sunday night into Monday, another hard freeze. So 4 cold, hard freeze nights across the area. Then we begin the warming trend. And it may be closer to 68 on Wednesday a week, and Thursday a week could be near 71. Now, a lot of times, like in 89 and 83 and 2021, and once you empty all that cold air out of the Arctic, we usually stay above normal after that. We'll see if that materializes this year. Download our app, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, there's more weather at 12newsnow.com.